Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on survival multiplayer with Daggerwin. Well, last time we finally got our poplar harvested, which is amazing. It's taken us long enough, but we've managed to get there and we've got it harvested. But today, what we're going to do for a start, Daggerwin is going to be replanting some of the field. I'll just show you on the map, it's easier I think. He's going to be filling in some of these gaps to make sure we get an even better yield next time, even denser distribution of the poplar. But also it does need to be, well, it does need rolling as well, but it also needs fertilizer and lime, as you can see there. It does need spreading with lime. So we don't own a lime spreader, but you can, at the moment we can just about afford to buy the smallest lime spreader. Oh, there's a combine in the sale. Daggerwin did mention wanting a combine, although we can't afford that at the moment. That's really annoying because we do need a combine. But we also need to spread that field with lime and fertilizer to improve the yield. We only really get this time to do it because it's just been harvested, and we can't do it once it's fully grown or even growing, I don't think, or at least not the lime anyway, as far as I know. I might be wrong on that, but I think this is the time to do it when it's just been harvested. So we need to look at buying a spreader, I think, and annoyingly the cheap two only do fertilizer, they don't do lime. So that even that one, so the only one, it's so annoying this, but the only one that we can get at the moment is this one, which does lime and fertilizer, because we can't be buying two different spreaders. That would be silly, I think, because then we'd just have to buy that one. So that's the only one that will do lime. I think that's quite bad actually, that they only supply one spreader from in the base game which does lime. I think there should be a choice of at least two, a small one and a bigger one. But yeah, that's what we've got, so we're going to have to use it, unfortunately. It is quite expensive, but we can, like I say, just about afford it, so we are going to go and buy that for £45,000, and I'm hoping that'll leave enough money to be able to buy the lime and fertiliser to go in it. That's another concern. We've only got £4,000 left now. Lime's not too expensive, but the fertiliser is certainly quite expensive. Anyway, let's head to the shop. I might have gone the wrong way here to the shop. Well, you can get to it, but it's probably a slightly slower way. Yes, I've gone a long way around, I think. But yeah, we're going to head to the shop, pick up the spreader, and then we're going to purchase some lime and get the poplar field spread with lime, which should hopefully improve the yield for next time we come to harvest it in another, what would it be, 3 years? Something like that. It's been about over 17 months, I think. I don't know when we planted it. I never did find out exactly how long it's taken to grow, but certainly it hasn't been very quick. Right, so we're heading to the shop. I'm going to just get there and I'll see you when we get there. Right, so here we are at the shop, and there is our new spreader. Daggerwin has just purchased another pallet of poplar saplings, which he's going to be planting with the planter. I've just actually overtaken him on the road. He's on his way as well. He should be here very soon. But I need to purchase some lime. I'm not sure how many bags I'm going to need. Probably 4. I don't know. I don't want to overbuy them, but we also do need to have enough to fill the spreader and get the field done. So we'll get that filling up. Where are they? Over here. Here's Daggerwin with his planter. I kind of forgot we had the planter because it's been so long since we planted it. We do actually own the planter, obviously, but we haven't seen it for a while because it's been parked up by the poplar field, and it's just not been used for anything else. It's the same with the bio baler, really. We own it now, but we're not going to really see much of it until the next time we come to harvest the poplar, which will be in, like I say, quite a while, over 2 years, in game years. So yeah. Right, so that's not quite going to fill it, is it? I don't think. But it might be enough to do the field. 88%. Should I buy another one? I suppose we better do, because it probably won't be enough, and it'll be annoying if I have to come back. If this isn't, I should imagine that it would probably not be quite enough to do the whole field. So basically, yeah, it would be annoying if I have to come back, and this would have been enough if I do fill it. So I will fill it. Then there's no risk of that happening. Although I still might have to come back if it isn't enough. Still, who knows? We'll find out. Okay, anyway, let's time-lapse this now. We're going to head to the new field, well, not I say new field, it's our field that we purchased a while ago. and we're going to spread that with lime. Well, that hasn't quite gone to plan. What's happened is, because obviously the poplar was already planted, it's only limed the bits where it wasn't planted. I thought it wasn't using much. I've only used less than 30% of the overall. I thought it was going to use a lot more than that, and that's probably the reason. Yeah, so all of it still requires lime, which is a bit annoying. That was a bit of a waste of money. Then we should have done that before we planted the first time. But of course at the time we didn't really have enough money to buy the spreader. So yeah, that's annoying. I don't know whether the same thing's going to happen with the fertilizer, whether it will only fertilise it where it hasn't already been planted. And obviously Daggerwin's planting more now, so fertilise even less of it if that's the case. We can just about afford to buy a bag of fertiliser, so we're going to do that. I suppose I'm going to have to unload the lime here though. There we go. Because there's nowhere else to put it really, and I need to go back to the shop and buy some more, buy some fertiliser, so yeah, it's going to just stay there I think. It's not going to be needed anywhere else though for now, because we actually don't own any more fields other than the grass field, which doesn't really matter, it's only a grass field, and it's only small as well. So yeah, I'm going to just drive back to the shop. We're going to purchase a bag of fertiliser and spread that field again with fertiliser and see what happens to that. There we go, that is the first application of fertiliser. It will need to be done again to get the maximum fertiliser benefit, but that is the first one done, and as you can see I think it has worked, so we have got the benefit of the fertiliser, just not so much the lime, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, where, like you say, where it was already planted it hasn't, I don't think, made any effect. I think it's only worked where Daggerwin hasn't yet planted, so the areas that he's doing now, they will benefit from the lime I think. But the areas that were already planted with poplar I don't think are going to be affected by the lime application, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, at least we've done it anyway. At least we've got a spreader as well now, so that can be used in the future for other jobs on other fields if we get any fertiliser spreading jobs and stuff. In fact, actually, while I'm here, let's have a look. Let's see if there are any fertiliser spreading jobs. Yes, there are. As long as I have enough in the spreader to do the job. Maybe it's worth doing the small one first, which will then pay for another bag of fertiliser. Then we can go and do that one. Or should we do that one first and hope that we've got enough? Field 61. How much have I got? 800 litres. Because it would be very annoying if I don't have enough. I suppose we could always sell some pallets though, but it might be sensible to take the small one first, actually. Let's do that. I don't want to risk running out of fertiliser, although I might not even still have enough money to be able to do the second one without selling something. It's really £2,000 for a bag of fertiliser almost, and yeah, that contract's not paying 2,000, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, let's do that anyway. Let's do contracts, because Daggerwin's just told me that he would like to try and buy that combine in the sale, as I thought was a good buy. I think it's a real shame we kind of had to buy this spreader, because that's eaten into the money quite significantly, as you can see. If we'd not had to buy that, we could have probably afforded that today. We might still be able to if we do enough work, but it's going to be a lot of work. Obviously we've got some pallets and wood to sell, I'm sure, but I think we're going to certainly have to do quite a few contracts to be able to pay for that. So we'll just have to see how that goes, I think, really. I'm not sure about this one. Will I have enough fertilizer to do that other one? Which field is it? Which one was it? The other one that that's available. Field 61. How big is that field? And where is that field? This one here. 8.7. Oh, I think we're going to risk it. I think we might have enough. I'm going to accept it and hope, keep my fingers crossed that we can actually do it, because I really want to try and get that one done, because then that would pay for a new bag of fertilizer. It's going to be a gamble, but I'm hoping it pays off. I really hope we can finish the contract with 800 litres of fertilizer. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it my best shot and see what happens. Right, we'll do it on a time lapse and I'll come back to you when we have completed it. Hopefully, if we complete it. So that's both of the fertiliser contracts done, and amazingly managed to do it all with the fertiliser we had in the spreader, which has now brought us up to 24,300 again. Obviously Daggerwin did sell some products as well, and he's just been discussing whether we should continue with the planting of the poplar, or whether we should focus on doing the contracts and try and make as much money as possible with those to try and buy that combine before it goes out of the sale. It's a bit annoying really, because both need doing really. It would be nice to get the combine, but it also would be nice to get more of that field planted with poplars to increase the yield next time. So it's a bit difficult to know what to do for the best really. But I personally am sort of leaning towards doing contracts to try and earn enough money to buy the combine. Whether or not we'll actually make that much, I don't know, because it is still quite expensive. Even though it's in the sale, it is still 85,000 I think. We're only on 24,000, so quite a long way off that. But if we do enough contracts, there is a chance we could possibly buy that today, if we're very lucky. But who knows? We'll see how that goes. But I'm just heading back now to the yard with the spreader, because I think we're done with that for today, and then I'll pick up another implement and get some more contracts done with that, whichever one I decide to do. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to think about that and see. I'm actually not sure which is the best way to get back to the farm either. Probably that way, isn't it? I've probably just gone wrong here. I think if we go up this road, yeah, that's right. That's the way we came from. We can get back to the yard that way. So I'm going to head back there now, and I'll see you back at the yard. So back at the yard again now, and I think we'll do this Hoing contract. It's back up where we've just come from. Unfortunately, we just did that field there, 35. Back up to 31 again now, but we're going to accept that, I think, because I know they're quite quick contracts to do. Obviously back at the yard here now with the spreader. Yeah, Daggerwin has just taken out the large baling contract. As we've got a baler now, it makes sense to do that. I think he's going to do that. He has been planting that field with poplar, but I think he's going to take a break from that and do some contracts like I am doing, to try and make up the money to buy that combine. Another annoying thing is that this tractor is quite low on the repair bar again. Yes, again, because it's a used machine. Yeah, I kind of regret buying a tractor used. I think in the future actually buying tractors new is the way to go, because it actually ends up costing you more to buy a used tractor than it does to buy a new tractor. Obviously the expense at the start is more for a new tractor, but then the long term is cheaper. You don't have to repair it as often, and it also isn't quite as expensive to repair because, well, it probably is about the same cost to repair, but you haven't got to repair as often, so it works out quite a lot cheaper on the repair bills. Obviously if you buy a used tractor, you're repairing it a lot. This is now the third time that this tractor has needed repairing already, and yeah, it's getting expensive, seriously expensive actually. So I actually regret buying this used tractor. I think we should have gone for a new one. It's just obviously at the time the cost was just too high to get a 200 sort of plus horsepower tractor brand new. But yeah, it is a bit annoying. Luckily the Deutz file that we bought, that was brand new and quite reasonably priced as well, so that one is not going to cost as much in running costs, thank goodness. So that one shouldn't need repairing yet, but this one is getting quite low. But obviously I'm not going to repair it at the moment because we're trying to save for this combine before it goes out of the sale. I know obviously the combine is used, but the combine wouldn't be used as much. This is the thing, this is what I mean about tractors. Tractors are used in every episode, every day we're using the tractors all the time. The combine is only going to be used when there's a field ready to harvest, so it's not going to be doing anywhere near the amount of hours that the tractors are doing. That's why I've not got a problem with buying the combine used, or any other implements really, at least not ones that are used less frequently. Things like trailers are fine, absolutely fine to buy used, I'd say, and even the spreader actually, the fertilizer spreader would have been okay because it's not going to be used all the time. But tractors are things that we will use all the time basically, and they're going to need repairing a lot if they're not new. Okay, how am I going to get to this field then? It's this way, isn't it? I'm going to have to go across the ferry, I think. So I'm going to head up there, get this hoeing job done, and come back to you when that's done. Or maybe just take another contract, depends how long it takes really. But anyway, I'll speak to you in a bit. So we've done 2 hoeing contracts there, just collect that one as well and have a look to see what we've got now. We've got 49,400, so we are quite a long way off getting the combine unfortunately at the moment. We need about 85, was it? I think, just have a quick look. 83,700, so basically 84,000 then. You need 84 in the bank, so we're, yeah, quite a long way from that, and I've just lost connection again, that's annoying. Right, so just heading back to the yard, back in the game again. Doesn't look to be any more hoeing or weeding contracts now, so I'm going to take this back to the yard and then we're going to look to see what else we can do. I think possibly Daggerwin is loading some pallets to sell. I know he did already sell something earlier on, but I'm assuming there's something else to sell now. Possibly the wool and the milk. Probably not the best price at the moment, but we are definitely trying to get to this 84,000 we need to buy the combine. Hopefully we'll get there today if we sell enough stuff, but I'm not convinced. Daggerwin's just down there, he's just on his way to go and sell something, so we'll see how much we get for that. I may have to take another contract out though, to make sure we get enough money, that is. I'm not sure whether we will or not, but we'll see. Here are livestock, doing well. It's something we have been quite successful in so far on this series. It's the livestock's doing pretty well. Yeah, he's just been loading pallets out as well. The track is completely blocked because yeah, he's been loading the pallets there, wool and milk. But I'll put this weeder back over here, and then we'll have a look to see if we need to do any more contracts to make up to 84,000. I think we probably will. That would be my guess. I don't think we're going to make enough from those pallets to be able to afford the combine. We'll see though how that goes. Let's drop that off there. We could always do some cultivating. I'm guessing there's going to be some cultivation contracts on the list. There usually is, yes there are. So yeah, the best one is this one here, which is right at the top again, exactly where we've just come from. Is there nothing nearer? That one, I suppose we could do. Field 10 is not quite as far to go. We can't obviously do harvesting because we don't have combine, but there is a mowing job, which Daggerwin's just been doing a mowing job. Field 12, we could do that. We don't own a sprayer, and of course there's the usual wood transport jobs. We've done that quite a few times. Yeah, it's just basically going to be cultivating or mowing then. I'm not sure what's going to be faster. Or baling, actually we could do baling. Except that we don't have the right baler for those, so we can't do those ones. Yeah, so it's cultivating or mowing then, by the looks of it. Well, that's the best paid job. Field 12. So we could do that. Just waiting to see what Daggerwin gets for these products. Where is he? Oh, he's all the way up there now. Where's field 12? There. Which was the cultivation job? I think that was in field, the best one was field 10, it's slightly closer. Let's do that, I think. We'll accept that one. It's not amazing pay, but it's all extra money. And we can use this nice big cultivator here, the flexi thing as Daggerwin calls it. Let's use that. I haven't used it for a while, so hopefully this tractor has enough power with this damage it's got to be able to do this. But yeah, let's take that job and head off to field number 10 and get that cultivated. Okay, another cultivation job done there, which brings us now to 71,000. Daggerwin has just taken out another contract doing wood transport, which is for 5,000. That's still not going to be enough. Yeah, I think we might struggle to get there today, actually, to be honest. But we're going to continue. Yeah, like I said, we can't do any baling contracts because they're not the right baler. So it just leaves mowing or more cultivation, really. I think we're going to stick with the cultivation since I've already got that on. Is there any close by fields, or is it? No, I think we're going to have to do that one then. That's the best paying one. It just means travelling all the way back up to the top of the map again. But yeah, we're just working through them, really trying to get as much money as we possibly can to try and get that combine bought. So I'm going to head off there and get that contract done. there we go, that's another one completed. There we go. So how much have we got now? 74,700. So we need another, basically just another 9,000, I suppose. 9,000 to get the combine. Daggerwin is not going to make 9,000 off his contract, which means I've got to do something else, or possibly sell some of the older livestock to make room for some more. I will just ask Daggerwin about that, because there is a chance that if we sold maybe our 8 26-month-old sheep at 750 each, that might be enough after he's finished his contract to get to the right amount, potentially. Has he finished? How far is he on his contract? He's still loading. I will just ask him that and see what he thinks. Yeah, as Daggerwin has agreed, that probably would work. There's 46, we'll just get cultivated, I'll accept that one. I've just travelled down to that one while I was waiting for Daggerwin to respond, so we've got this one to do. Oh, he's had some problems with his log fork again. Oh dear. Yeah, that is a bit of annoyance on multiplayer, it seems to happen. I don't know why it does that. Log fork, I don't know, it's a bit weird. It doesn't seem to happen on single player. Just multiplayer generally does seem a lot more glitchy and buggy than single player, in my experience anyway. Maybe you've experienced something different, but that's what I've seemed to have experienced anyway so far. Get a few more weird issues on multiplayer. Anyway, this contract's going to bring in just under 2,000 more, and then Daggerwin's one is going to just be under 5,000, I think, 4 to 5,000. And then once we've sold those sheep, if we need to, only not all of them, just the 8 oldest ones that we've got, that'll free up some space in the pen for some younger ones to be born, and obviously bring in a bit of extra money as well. We'll hopefully go towards this combine if we can get there today. It'd be really nice if we can. But yeah, this is my last contract. I'm not doing any more today because this is just so many contracts in one day. It's just too much really. But I'm desperate to try and get that combine bought before it goes out of the sale. So yeah, I'll get on with this and I'll speak to you once we're done. Okay, so we're back at the yard again now, finished the contracts, and we've got almost 80,000, and I just need to collect one more contract that I've just done, the quick one there, just under 2,000 for that, which brings us now to 81,700. Still not enough to buy the combine, but we do, like I say, have a few sheep which we could probably sell, the oldest ones. How do we do this? These ones, I don't know whether you can do it from in this menu or not, because the pasture is full, 27 animals. Maybe we have to do it from this menu here. No, that's not right, so it is probably from here. How do we do this? I've actually never sold any animals before in FS25. Here we go, is this it? Yes, right. So the 26-month-old, number of animals 8. We'll get 5,600 for those. So if we sell them, obviously there's a small transport fee for that, but it's not too bad. Yeah, let's sell those. That'll free up some space for some new animals to be born. And we have now got 87,300, which is enough to buy the combine at last. Wow, that's been a struggle, but we've got there. I was not expecting to actually get there today at one point, but yes, we've done it, which means the combine can now be purchased. Here it is, hopefully. Oh, it's gone down in price. How's that happened? I'm sure that was 80. Oh no, it wasn't, sorry, no, I'm getting confused. I was saying 84 because it was almost 84. No, it hasn't changed. It is the same price. There we go. So we can now buy that. We can afford it. Just. We can't afford the header though. But we have bought the combine. So let's go and have a look at that. Daggerwin's just coming back, or struggling up the hill to get back to the yard with the wood trailer. But let's go and just finish off the episode at the shop. This isn't the shop. Here we go. And take a look at our very, very hard-earned combine, which I was not expecting to get today, but there we go. We actually have bought a combine. Can't use it, of course, we have no land, and we have no header or drill, but we couldn't really miss that opportunity to buy it used. Obviously there's a bit of, yeah, you can see the damage on it, paint damage and stuff, but it is our own combine, thank goodness. There we go. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.